Hello and welcome to my Final Fantasy XIV patch 1.22 guide. If my voice sounds any different in this one as opposed to my other videos, it's because my headset had broke and I'm using a cheap, dinky one. Not too many changes for this patch, but I'll be going over them starting with this. If you look on the map, you'll notice that the inn... That's not about to zoom in. Oh wow, that's zoomed in as it goes. Okay, the inn is now moved to the Gold Court instead of being at the Adventurers Guild up here. And speaking of, there is something inside of it. Let's go ahead and go into this, which should be fixed because I know that it was having problems. It looks like it's fixed though. Alright, and in here, if you notice, this chest is called a... If I stop bugging out because my press the talk button. A armor wire. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, whatever. It's basically a extra 100 slots for seasonal events, achievement awards, bonus items, and job artifacts, meaning the armor and all that I have. Oh, that's why. You need to have 100% repair rate, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. Let me go ahead and put some of this stuff in. These things have 100 slots, unless they decided to change it and didn't mention it in the patch notes. So it's basically an extra 100 slots for all the fun stuff, and knowing me, I've got 10,000 things, so it's not enough. We need more Square Enix. Real quick, I'm not going to store everything I have. I'll get to doing that later. And they also added something to the bed. I think it's... yeah, there it is. Can I target it? And you can exit the game, you can return to the bed, or return to the character screen here, or you can examine the bed, which it looks comfortable and inviting. Okay. That's all for the inn rooms. I will be cutting to the next part of the patch that I'm going to explain. So be right back. Alright, so the second thing I'm going to be going over is, much like you can request to have other players repair your gear that is currently equipped, or you can request it in your bazaar, now you can request materia melding. This is basically how it works. You just hit request materia melding, pick the one that can merge with it. It gives you, instead of telling you what it's meldable with, it has a little thing here that shows everything. What classes can use it, what jobs can fix it, primary and offhand tool, and what slot it can go in. This is all the information you need to know. It tells you the material you have selected, what it can be melded with, what it can be used with, what catalyst you need, how much it will cost you to give to the other player who's doing it, the item, the class needed, and the success rate. Just hit request. And up here it has the whole list of things. Right, second thing I'm going to be going over while I'm here is they have merchant houses. So now, let's say somebody has something up in Limbs of Lominsa that I want to go get, but I want to stay in ul'dah. I go to the Lominsian mercantile house. I'm sure the servers are overloaded with how many people are in the ul'dah one. And here we go. Haven't been to any of this, but I'm assuming... Let's see. Yeah, I'm assuming that this is going to be like armor stuff. Yeah, okay. They also have a search bar here. Okay, so the way that this works is basically, you know, that one's for armor. This looks like just general stuff. More armor, weapons. I guess, a repairer. Alright, so it's kind of just like a mini market board with some of these guys offering to sell from other retainers. So it doesn't even use the other hand. So I guess that's how it works. I'm assuming that people, or NPCs like this one, are also selling other items like potions and weathered axes and all, so on. But since this is the Limbs of Lominsa one, not a lot of people put all their stuff there, that he does not have you search for items, because maybe his loot list isn't full yet. I think that's gonna be it. I'm gonna go over my list real quick, and I'll come back with the next thing on it to explain. So, be back. Also, real quick, I forgot to mention, we also get extra materials, and some of them have been revised. I think some of the ones that have been revised are the Anemone Lost or Gaining materials, but I know that some, I think like the low-level strength ones have been touched upon too. Just quick notice, not really a huge change, but oh well. Okay, so next up on the list of changes is stuff to Grand Company. First off, if we talk to this guy, we can talk promotions, because 3 new ranks have been added to the list. 3,000, that's quite a lot. I am the highest rank as of 1.21, so I don't have any of the newest ones, so apparently this first new one costs 3,000. If you check out my inventory, so exit out all these menus, you check that I have... oh wait, wrong one. If you check here, I can only carry 30,000 seals. With the upcoming ranks, we get an extension on that. I think the next one that costs 3,000 lets me hold 3,500. The other one I'm assuming is 3,500 seals, gives me the capacity of 40,000, and the one that I'm assuming is 4,000 or so seals, gives me a carrying capacity of 45,000, although I don't think I'll ever have a need for that many. The quest there, I'm not 100% sure if it's just a Grand Company quest to give you some extra seals, or if it is the starter quest for Garuda. I think that starts over in Redania, but I'll be sure to go over that once I come out with the Garuda fight video. If we talk to this guy, you can go through the seals for each rank. I did not even see that in the patch notes. That's pretty cool. Still takes forever. We have all the items here. I think that they added a bunch of new items. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure about how this works, because there was little information, at least from what I'm understanding. There's little information given about it, but sanctions, if you'll notice here, like this one has 15 accuracy, -3 refresh, and sanction attack magic potency plus 60. I think that this is something that you can get somewhere at your Grand Company that will empower that for 3 hours. Basically like a temporary enchant. I'm not 100% sure if that's how it works, but that's what I understand how it works. We have key items, nothing new here. I think it may be for the higher ranks because that would make sense, but I think we also get new recipes for crafting from the... I'm not sure which one gives it. I don't think it's this person. It could be this guy, but not 100% sure. Although I'm almost 100% sure that we got new crafted weapon. I think you have to pick up either recipes or regions for it. Reagents, however you say it. I'm not sure how to get it. I don't think I have access to it because I have none of the new ranks, but if I ever find out, I'll be sure to put it in a annotation or whatever YouTube's calling the little pop-up boxes that I never used. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to the next thing on the list. Right? Okay, next thing to talk about is if we talk to Rowena, whatever. If we go to turn in primal items, like the Inferno Totems and the Koopa Nuts from Moogle and Ifrit, notice that we have a third one called a Vortex Headdress. And these are the items that you turn in for Garuda. I'll go ahead and pan over the items real quick so you can take a good look at the stats and all the stuff that they have on them. Some of these are pretty good, and some of these are kinda okay. And just like the other ones, oh, you need 40 headdresses. I guess they drop frequently. The other ones you only need 10. You only need I'm not 100% sure because I haven't, well, I can actually check real quick. For the Moogle items, I think you only need 10 Koopa Nuts. Yeah, 10 Koopa Nut charms, and for the Ifrit you need 10 totems, but 40 headdresses. Man, I hope they updated the drop rates on that. Gonna go ahead and cut to the next thing. The next thing on the list is Hamlet defense. Currently in 122, there's only Hearsmell, although there is one planned to be in Thanalan and Lunacia. Maybe Korathos, but I'm not sure. But for right now, just Hearsmell is the only one active. Basically, Hamlet defense is a little complicated, and I don't want to go too into it, but I'll go into it enough where you get the general premise. So, Hamlet defense is a two-part event that spans over a 75-hour period. Yes, that's right, 75 hours. Either it's in game time or it's in real life time. I'm assuming that it could be game time. That would make some sense. I'm assuming it's, yeah, I'm just gonna say game time. If it's 50 hours in real life, that's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so the first phase of it, which has a quote-unquote 25-hour duration, is basically getting prepped up for the second one. I think that you can get some leaves that you can do if you're Disciple of War or Magic for Disciple of Land, which is the gathering classes, if anyone new is looking into the game. Those can go around and get some special materials that may be needed to help out in the second phase. For the Disciple of Hand, which is the crafting one, I think that there's some special items that you can craft, like some kind of bows or swords, armor, stuff like that you can give in. Once it reaches the second phase, which is the quote-unquote 50-hour event, second phase, huge battle happens, and it's kind of like the Imperial event if you've ever done it, where you have a whole bunch of things come to attack, although each of the three kinds of classes, Disciples of War, Magic, Land, and Hand, all can take part of it. For the Disciple of War, you can go in and actually fight the invaders. For the Disciple of Land, you can go around and gather some materials. I think they had said, like, there's certain potions you can gather up and turn them into one of the, having a reader's block. Never happens. You can gather materials and turn them into one of the NPCs during the event, and based on which ones you gather, you can, you get different effects. I'm not sure what any of the effects are, or what any of the potions are named, and stop doing that. And for for Disciple of the Hand, you can make special armor and weapons and stuff like that, I think to get to NPCs, or maybe equip the Disciple of War. The main objective of it is you're giving 4 carts or caravans to defend, and based on how many of those are up, it increases your score at the end of it. And for the Disciples of War, after so long, the leader of the entire wave that's coming to attack the Hamlet comes out, and once you kill him or the event ends due to time, you get a pop-up that scores you on how well you did, and it's not just, a group score, it's individual score, how much you contributed to the fight as well is also accounted for. I had also forgotten to mention at the beginning of this that this is an 8-person instance event. I don't know if the instance limit is 8 people, but I know that you have to have a group of 8 people to get into the event. That's not everything that the Hamlet event has for it, but, if I keep having reader's block like that, this video's gonna be 5 hours long, so I'm gonna go ahead and not accidentally hit the wrong button. I'm going to not cut video because I think the next thing on the list is right around the corner, so I'm just going to run there. Okay, there's a lot of people here. Wow, okay. This is where you normally come to do Ifrit and do Moogles. Oh my gosh. You can get the quest. Oh, let me get away from that waterfall. It's obnoxiously loud. This is where you come to do the other Primals, or at least pick up the quests that prereq you to go actually fight them. Back when Ifrit came out, they had a 25 version of the encounter for you to fight, and then the level 50 version. I think for Garuda, the first version that you do is level 40, and the second one you do is level 50. Although it's probably 25 because Ifrit was 25. I'm not going to go ahead and show this off now. I'm going to go ahead and do that in a completely different video that'll show me and 7 others going out to go fight Garuda for serious this time. But real quick before I finish, let me wait for you guys a little distracted. Just something I need to talk about real quick. Let me pull up the little thing here. Alright, just not something major, but just a noticeable change that I thought I should bring up is Cutter's Cry and Armvale, which are the 2 dungeons that came out in 1.21, are having their entry limit lowered. Just like they did for Desmond Darkhold, which I think started with an 8 character limit where you could not get in if you had under or over. Wow, you could not get in unless you had an entire group of 8 people. but then they lowered it once it became older content to a limit of 4 to 8 people. So if you had 3 or under, you can knock it in, 4 over you could. Much like that, they did that to Cutter's Cry and Ornvale. They now have a character entry limit of 4 and 8. Just also something to bring up, if we go to Mordona, I'm not sure where it is on the map. Sure I'll be able to find it. Let me pull up the list again, because this has a weird name. Okay, the Imperial Stronghold, Castrum Novum? Yeah, Castrum Novum, I think it's at 6 something. It's in this aisle somewhere. You cannot see it on the map, but I'll think about going over there eventually. I really don't want to go there, but I might. Mordona is really... Oh man, I went there a long time ago. It was like level 90. I'm not going too far into it. I may do it, may not. If I do, I'll include it in a completely different video than this. But I think that's all the major changes that I need to go over. Sorry if this was too long, too short, too bad headphones. Just wanted to get this video out, and yeah, if you like it, give a thumbs up. I'll also include an annotation or whatever of a playlist that I made for Final Fantasy 14. If you thought this video was helpful and are looking for older information, I will also include a patch list playlist that I will be making while this video is uploading. So yeah, if you like it, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll be doing more, and look forward to my Garuda fight video and all that that'll be coming up shortly. So I'll see you guys next time. Okay, real quick, I just thought I would mention that earlier in my video, when I was in Gridania over by all those people, I had said that you pick up the low-level Garuda quest over at Luisu, or whatever his name is, over in Gridania, when people have been telling me that you actually pick it up at your Grand Company. I don't know which rank you have to be, or even if this... I'm assuming that this is the one that I'm on for some sort of events called I don't know how I'm mispronouncing it. I've even heard about this game. Deus Ex Machina. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like it has anything to do with it, but it might, and just a lot of people have been saying that's where you get it from, so just thought that I would make this, just to correct something that maybe I had reported earlier, and also just to give a shout-out. This guy here, Mac10, had asked me if I made videos when I was doing this little bit right here earlier. I had messed up, so I had to restart. This guy had said, or asked if I made a YouTube video about patches, and I do. Yeah, you're in one. So yeah, just a little shout out to him, and I'm gonna go ahead and end off the video. I'll add in anything extra if I come across anything that maybe I said that was wrong.